It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Moments away at Wells Fargo Center, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the New York Knicks. Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Suns in Phoenix. A crushing defeat in that one. Still with a sour taste in their mouths, they're looking to play much better. Fellas, it is always fun to watch Ben Simmons. The combination of size, speed, ball handling, passing. Shaq, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on and on.
Dun, 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 dun. He and the Greek Freak are a big part of this league's future. Having playmakers that size is a huge advantage.
I'm curious to watch his jump shot develop. Simmons is taking the point forward distinction to a whole nother level.
And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome to Philadelphia, everyone, as the 76ers get ready to defend home court in the Eastern Conference. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with us, basketball expert and former late-night comedy writer, a lot of people don't know this, Bill Simmons.
Yeah, as soon as I left, Kimmel's show took off, so I think I was the reason.
You built the foundation for it, let's be honest.
I was there for the early years.
You said it was a very influential time in your life, a very good thing for you to do.
Oh, it was fantastic. I learned a lot. I learned how to not get my jokes on the air, and I learned a lot about humility.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Ben Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football. Maybe one reason he's so comfortable attacking defenses and creating. He said, you have to read the defenders, draw them, then get rid of it. Otherwise, you're going to get tackled. Well, that's a foul in the NBA, but I understand his sentiment, guys.
And David, he is not shy about contact at all. Thanks. With Embiid, modern superstar knows how to connect with fans using his social media to his advantage. He has got a very charismatic side to him.
He does. I wish he cared a little bit less about it. I don't mean to sound like an Embiid critic, but I think he's very aware of his surroundings at all times. You could feel it at the playoff games that I went to in Boston, where he's very aware of the fans, and he's very aware of getting booed and kind of looking around, and I think there's another level that he can go to as a player of just like, guess what? None of that stuff matters. Just play basketball. You're 7'3", and you're unstoppable. I thought he just needs to be a little more locked in and a little less aware of that other stuff, and I think he needs to be in better shape. You saw in the playoffs, he would peak in the first three quarters, and by the fourth quarter, I thought he was dead. You could see his hands are on his knees. And the reason he wasn't in great shape was he'd never come close to playing that many minutes in 4 years. So the key for him is, can he play around 70 games a season? Can he play 30 minutes a game? Can he get to 2,100 minutes for the year? And can he have something left in the tank for the playoffs? Because his conditioning really hurt him against the Celtics.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for the Knicks, they've got Robinson. Knox out there with Julius Randle. And it's Smith. And it's Trier in at the shooting guard position. And Bill, on the topic of Joel Embiid, sometimes we don't appreciate what a big man has to go through because constant leaning, bumping. I mean, they play a game so different than guys that are on the perimeter. They don't face that constant guy on them.
Right. And the fear with him is some people's bodies maybe aren't meant to play basketball for 20 years, you know? And you watch him, he's 7'3". His giant arms, giant legs. And when you watch him run, you kind of feel it. Whereas there's other guys when you watch them run and it just makes sense. Like, I still remember seeing KG early in his career. It's like, wow, that dude was meant to play basketball. He was just like a gazelle, you know? Giannis is like that. LeBron is like that. Embiid is really tall, and he's carrying weight, and there's just a lot of pressure going through his joints. And I just hope he can stay healthy.
Like with Yao.
Yeah, Yao is a great example. Greg Oden. Andrew Bynum, I think, is a really good example. Andrew Bynum was the focal point of the Dwight Howard trade in 2012. He's out of the league 2 years later. So, you know, you start going over 7 feet with these guys, and Kareem is an anomaly. Bill Walton, Yao, Ilgauskas, Rick Smith. These are all guys that got injured because they were too tall.
Right wing. Here's Knox. Rebound by the 76ers. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
I think they took tremendous satisfaction from that performance and ended up winning going away. So is it something they'll look to repeat tonight?
You know, Bill, when you look at the players the Sixers have put together, they should be a perennial contender, it would seem, on paper for years to come.
But that's the thing about the NBA. You never know.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of these teams that looked like they were the next potential dynasty, and within 2 years, they made a trade. Somebody got hurt. I mean, you talk about the 80s Rockets. You talk about the Magic in the 90s. They made the finals. Within 14 months, that whole team is gone. The OKC Thunder, 2012, Game 5, Miami. I took a picture of KD and Harden and Westbrook with their arms around each other. They never played together again. So I think the thing you learn over and over again with basketball, even Derrick Rose and the Bulls, every time you think there's the next young team that's coming, they still have to actually do it, and sometimes they don't.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Simmons. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him.
Out to the wing. Here's Knox. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Knox has got his second bucket tonight. The 76ers trail by 4. In the corner, it's Harris. It's good from long range.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
The Knicks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Trier passes to Robinson. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Smith, no luck.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Ennis, he's checked in for Richardson. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Ennis kicks to Simmons. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And how about a look at the most recent power rankings? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Payton finds Randall. Over to the wing. Some nice passing by New York here. Lets it go from 11. The shot, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
I think, Greg, everyone played their role so well, and I loved how aggressive the guys off the bench were in that one.
Here's Payton, following the basket by Al Horford. Payton with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. And the 76ers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Then for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Julius Randle. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Knox. Bill, you've watched the NBA evolve. Talk about some of the biggest changes over the last decade you've seen.
The three-point line and the threes or foul shots philosophy, I think, is the biggest thing. Just the pace of the game has really improved, and to a really pleasing way for fans. Like just what Steve Nash was doing last decade and those Suns teams, that everybody's playing that way now. I think the social media and the players basically getting rid of the wall between them and the fans, using social media, using Instagram, and we just feel like we know these guys better. And their ability to control their own message now versus where they were 10 years ago.
Huge.
It all started with the decision in LeBron James and has carried through this whole decade. And these guys now, they can get whatever message out they want. They can criticize the president. They can criticize their own team. They can ask for a trade. If they get called out by some writer or somebody who writes a hit piece, they can go back at the guy and sick all their fans on the writer.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Scotty's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons. Knicks trail by 3. Now Moutier still looking for his first bucket in this one. Payton looking it over. And Gibson now top the key. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
It doesn't take a ton of time for Gibson to get that shot off. I love how aggressive he's pulling the trigger.
McConnell passes to Johnson. Back to McConnell. Embiid kicks to McConnell. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Marjanovic checked in for Philadelphia. Scott inside. Ellington defending. They get it again. Here's Marjanovic. Lays it up off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 3. Bill, your long-lost cousin Ben Simmons headlined a tremendous rookie class in 2017. And in fact, people might think it's the best rookie season ever in the history of the league.
A lot of good players. Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum. Do we count Simmons in that class, though? I guess.
Well, since he won the Rookie of the Year, let's put him in there.
All right, we'll put him in there.
Technically.
I think if you come out of a year of rookies and you get one guy who has a chance to be a franchise guy, that's a good thing. We had 3. If you're doing 3 a year for 10 years, you have the most ridiculous league of all time. I think the talent ebbs and flows, and we've had stretches. Like, I think last decade, in the 2000s, especially like from about 03 to 07, 08, like we were just short all-stars. We were just short a few guys, and you saw teams like the Nets with Jason Kidd made the finals 2 years in a row, and you saw the Ben Wallace Pistons team actually win the title
with no superstars.
Right, and you saw, in 06, the Pistons. Remember, they were on pace to win 70 games, and they had 4 All-Stars? The league just wasn't that good, and now it's flipped, and it's so loaded. I think from a talent standpoint, as good as any year since 1993.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Yeah, which 25 years ago, we're just loaded with guys who could be Hall of Famers someday, or, 8-time All-Stars, things like that. So now you look at this 17 class, and Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum, just right there. That's awesome. I still believe in Lonzo. And I still believe in De'Aaron Fox. I think those guys can be all-stars too.
And here are the Knicks now after the Sixers pick up 2. Pass to Portis. Poke loose. Back to Payton. Shot on the wing. Scott pulls it in.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. The offensive rebound. Marjanovic. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and in that one they showed neither.
No, there's no question, Greg. I thought their defensive intensity was lacking from the outset. It looked like they were just hoping the other team would miss.
Knicks trail by 7. Bill, the Sixers, they've embraced the symbol of the bell here in Philadelphia, ringing it before big games and after big wins.
What they haven't embraced this year was confetti. Because it came back to haunt them in Game 3. Yeah, the confetti game for the Philly-Boston series. They shoot the confetti, the game's not over, Boston wins in overtime. And I promise you, you will never see confetti at a basketball game in Philadelphia ever again in your life.
The Knicks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. Good from Payton.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
The 76ers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. And Ennis drops them both. Knicks trail by 6. Payton outside. That's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And as always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out how the standings are shaping up in the East. You take a look at the 76ers. They're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, the New York Knicks, they have a lot of ground to make up.
And I think for the 76ers, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And their job now is a simple one. Keep doing exactly what they've been doing and get themselves in the best position possible for the postseason.
Bill, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah. I think we're in a really cool generation with basketball players where they're these really thoughtful guys who aren't afraid to share stuff. You know, some of the guys try to protect their images and their kind of their manufactured reputations, I would say, to some degree. But for the most part, the candidness of some of these guys, you can't hide on a podcast. If I have you for an hour, you're not going to be able to dodge stuff. You're going to have to talk.
Well, you challenge people, that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And you got to be ready.
That's how Larry King used to do it. Yeah.
So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great. Durant was ready to talk, and we did 5 podcasts, and everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are, somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best ones.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Scott. I want to get back to what we were chatting about, Bill, with how today's NBA players are so media ready, whether it be interviews or social media. Your take is really interesting.
I think in general, all these guys, the guys now are so used to talking to people and being in front of people, and they're not surprised by questions, and they know how to handle themselves. They know how to not get in trouble, and they're comfortable.
Plus, maybe they've kind of grown up with you, though, too. You know what? You've been relevant for many years. Well, they've grown up with your stuff.
To be honest, a lot of them just know me as the white guy on NBA Countdown. They might not have read me, but they remember like that year I was with Jalen Rose. But what's weird is...
I think you'd be surprised. I think...
Well, you know this, too. When you're on TV the credibility you get from being on TV, I wasn't prepared for within the NBA.
Oh, really?
I think that's true, yeah. I think it's like, oh, he's on TV, he's okay. And maybe they don't agree with you all the time, but you've passed some imaginary checkpoint with those guys.
Well, you may think that TV was your validation. This is going to be your validation.
Oh, 100%.
2K. This is
100%.
it. I'm stamping you right now.
This is better than winning a Pulitzer Prize.
Smith for three. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Shoots the 3. Cans it from downtown. And now it's an 8-point 76ers lead.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Smith scanning the floor. Over in the corner, Moutier. Here's Gibson. Smith outside. Puts up a 3. Moutier with the basket. Moutier's got 5 now.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
It's stolen by Moutier. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Smith. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, scoring isn't coming naturally to him right now. Looking a little bit uncomfortable out there.
Now, here's McConnell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Marjanovic. Can't cash in from close range. Back right after this. James Ennis played in Australia, Puerto Rico, the G League. He talked about his NBA journey and his goals.
Just to be a rotation player. I know I got better. I know I worked hard to get here, to stay here, and just be able to knock down the shot and the 3. I want to shoot the ball 40% and above.
And with the importance of the 3-ball nowadays, Greg, a great goal for Ennis.
He possesses length and athleticism on the wing, and if he can reliably knock down the triple, he's a consistent rotation player in this league.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Well, you love the determination. It seems like every rebound is theirs for the taking. They are overwhelming the opposition.
Horford is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Richardson in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Trier. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Randall no good.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Here's Randall after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Randall against Horford. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Randall.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only 1 ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them. and they won the title.
How old were you in 72?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. It was probably the most famous NBA game ever of the, the kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. But triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both.
Boy, his free throw shooting has been on the mark tonight. Nothing new there, right?
Philadelphia leading by 5. Down low, stolen by Robinson, and stolen by Harris. Here's Trier. Richardson covering. Knox misses.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here is Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Richardson. He's covered closely. Out to Harris. Launches a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Harris has got the lead up to 8 now for Philadelphia.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Here's Randall. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Horford. Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the 3 ways of I'm getting to know you. What are the 3 things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other 2 things for me were sports, pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Bill, in talking about the connection between pop culture, sports, and basketball during your career, through it all, you've always been a writer, though, haven't you?
Always been a writer. Only that was the only child of me. The thing is, though, I would have watched more basketball, but basketball wasn't on. I try to explain this to people, how lucky they are to be able to watch.
They can't believe these finals were taped delayed.
Well, but think about the day-to-day, right? Like Magic Johnson. I feel like I saw his whole career, but I really didn't. Like, his first couple years in L.A., I think CBS was only showing, like, 6 or 7 regular season games.
Sunday afternoons.
In the playoffs, they would bump them off.
Yep.
USA, I think, got the contract in maybe 1982, but for the most part, like, I love George Gervin. I probably saw him play in person twice, and I saw him on TV maybe 10 times, 12 times. And now I could watch Giannis every day. And if Giannis dunks, I can see it on Twitter 5 minutes later, or 5 seconds later. So, I mean, people are lucky. You guys should appreciate how lucky you are out there.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Simmons against Payton. Harris kicks to Embiid. Shoots over Portis. Embiid, no good.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Here's Randall. Good work defensively by Horford.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Here's Randall, and it's blocked by Simmons.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
Pass to Harris. The 76ers again can't hit it. And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. 8-point game. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Randall finds Ellington. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. No good from outside.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
Outside, Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid. Over Payton. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot. Well below 50% from the field in this period. Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first three of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
And it's Simmons penetrating. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And the 76ers lead by 10. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Horford. Here's Harris. He's got 10. From 13. Second shot opportunity. Embiid, no good.
Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
Payton dishes to Randall. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Now here's Ellington. 5 points in the game. Knox. Knocked loose.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Inside, here's...
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
That's a beautiful jam.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
New York calls timeout.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Joel Embiid. Johnson comes in for Al Horford. Mike Scott's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Ennis. Then for the Knicks, Gibson comes in for Randall. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Knox.
Boy, a nice, efficient finish for Elfrid Payton. Boy, that'll help your percentage, gentlemen.
Simmons passes to McConnell. Marjanovic kicks to Simmons. And he makes that one. Simmons got the lead back up to 10 now for the 76ers.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
In the corner, it's Ellington. Fires the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Scott's got 5 rebounds tonight, and that's a foul. It's called on Wayne Ellington. That'll be his second foul of the game. The 76ers leading by 10. And here's McConnell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Drills it from outside.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you've got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Now here's Mudiay. He's got 5. It's stolen by Johnson. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Portis. And stolen by McConnell. And now Philadelphia on the break. Simmons is running. Scott can't get it to go.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
Now, here's McConnell, defended by Moutier. And Alfred Payton with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I'll tell you, with that being a second foul, now you've got to be more careful. You can't give the officials any excuse to whistle him for number 3 before the end of this half.
Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Philadelphia. Scott kicks to Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Now, here's Portis. Moutier finds Portis, and Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Korkmaz checked in for Simmons. Out to the right wing. Now here's Ellington. He's guarded closely. It's stolen by Marjanovic.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
The 76ers have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. That free throw good from Korkmaz. Both shots good from the stripe. Knicks trail by 15. Moutier passes to Smith. And the 76ers making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Smith in the posts. Simmons is there. Robinson kicks to Smith. And a miss there on the triple.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
The 76ers have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
I think there's a lot to admire about Amir Johnson, but one, his effort. You know he's going to give you everything he has when he's on the floor.
Here's Trier. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. Takes the 3. He can't hit that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Trier with the rebound. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. Down by 15. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Trier's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, just tremendous awareness from Dennis Smith Jr. Recognizing a teammate is open. Let me make the game easy for him.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. The pass to Marjanovic. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The 76ers in second.
I mean, they have really hit their stride in terms of that transition game. No doubt about it. They are playing at a great pace.
1:56 left in the first half. Richardson finds Marjanovic.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Shots good by Gibson.
Boy, Taj Gibson unafraid in the face of contact. How tough is this guy?
Philadelphia leading by 10. .130 left to play in the first half. 76ers moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Johnson against Gibson. Here's Marjanovic. Off target with his 3. Hey, Bill, thanks for coming by. Fantastic stuff as usual. We really appreciate your time.
Appreciate being on. Go Celtics.
You can't root on these.
I'm absolutely rooting. That's my team.
Doris, always a spirited discussion when Bill's involved. Not afraid to share his personal views.
Yes, Kevin, he has broken the internet once or twice. This guy is no stranger to controversy, but I will say this, he is passionate about the NBA.
Here's Simmons. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Now, here's Richardson. They're leading by 8. For 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Richardson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Well, Emmanuel Mudiay, that kind of shot will up your field goal percentage, gentlemen.
Smith against Simmons. Passes to Marjanovic. Fades away. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
I think we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. Checking out the 76ers. And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. You got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Well, court vision, Doris, one of those intangible skills. You had it when you played, and when it comes to seeing the floor, I'm sure you have people that impress you with the way they see what's going on.
Kevin, I feel very lucky and fortunate to have witnessed one of the seminal players of his generation and arguably the greatest passer in the history of the NBA, and that's LeBron James. I mean, this guy's ability to make any pass, to put a 50-foot pass on a rope from one side of the floor, maybe from the hash mark to the opposite corner, and put it in the shooting pocket of different players is mind-boggling. At the center spot, you've got the young and talented and pass-first center of Nikola Jokic. And then, of course, the man who, to me, for a 10-year stretch, was the best pure point guard in the NBA, and that's Chris Paul. And listen, historically, some of the guys I loved watching, Steve Nash, John Stockton, I loved Mo Cheeks. Listen, I'm very partial to men who want to distribute the basketball and who take special relish in watching guys score baskets off their work.
On the court for the Knicks, they've got Knox. Smith is out there with Trier. Then it's Robinson, and it's Randall in at the 4 spot. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Simmons against Smith. Richardson gets a wide open look. They get it back. Embiid. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. The free throw drops for Embiid. He's perfect from the line this time.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
Randall against Horford. Outside Robinson. Pass to Knox. To the paint. 5 to shoot. Randall no good.
They've got to start working for better shots. Just 1 for 4 in the second half so far.
No good from Simmons. Knicks trail by 13. To the middle. Changes up. And it's Randall getting it to go. Randall's got 10 points.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Simmons. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Trier. The Knicks rebound. Pass to Knox. He kicks to Randall. Down low. Robinson. And the layup falls. Robinson's got it back down to within single digits for New York.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
And the 76ers call time here. When Dennis Smith Jr. gets going, Doris, you can just see the explosiveness he has.
Oh, Kev, I mean, I'll tell you, the burst is amazing. And what I like is he will dunk over any player, and if necessary, dunk through a player.
James Ennis will check in for Philadelphia.
And checking out some stats for Joel Embiid. The past month has been surreal. Averaging 21 points per game, 15 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, this is exactly who he is. A flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. One big problem for the Knicks last season, Doris, the offense was okay, but the defense let them down.
Right, and the one area that was a strength was shot blocking. But a good defense requires far more than that. It requires quickness. It requires on-point rotations. Their defensive rating ended up being in the bottom 10 last year, Kevin.
Now here's Randall. He's got 10. Robinson passes to Randall and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Down low. Here's Harris. Hits the front of the rim and out. Knicks trail by 11. To the inside. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 10 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Simmons finds Embiid. Robinson with the block. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 4th assist in this one.
I'll tell you, the feed puts him in prime position to convert. The assist was where it needed to be.
And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That is his first foul of the game. And the Knicks making a change here. Simmons on the wing, covered by Payton. And Alfred Payton with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
The pass to Ennis. Puts up a three. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Boy, they're just giving him that shot. An easy opportunity for three just slips away.
Payton with the ball. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And now just a 5-point 76ers lead. Outside, Simmons. Here's Embiid. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And let's check out some stats for Horford. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 14th in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. Payton kicks to Portis. Fires the three. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 5 assists in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Ennis. To the paint and stolen by Ellington. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Well, the speed of Elfrid Payton is a problem for many defenders. Really good job knifing inside and drawing contact. Well, Elfrid Payton, we define him as an elite defensive player, but he's improving his shot selection and getting better at picking his spots. I think we saw that for sure last year.
2 shots.
That's good from Payton. You know, Doris, with Payton, it's good to see his game is coming along.
You know it is, Kevin. He took a lot of hits early on because he didn't have a consistent perimeter shot. But last year, he was starting to make that next jump to be a bigger threat on the offensive end.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising, it's such a tight game. And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 14-4 run. Now Ellington, 5 points in the game. Good work there as it goes. Ellington's got 7 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
The fadeaway. Shot's good by Simmons. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Nice use of the mid-range J by Simmons, taking whatever the defense gives him out there.
Payton kicks to Portis. And stolen by Simmons. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Passes it to Richardson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And they are looking at a ton of road games in the next stretch, but this team shouldn't fear the idea of it. They've been more than capable of getting wins on the road, and I wouldn't expect anything less on this trip.
Portis, the pass to Payton. Here's Knox for the tie. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Harris, good.
Yeah, and guys, with Simmons, you get it all. The shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
Knicks trail by 6. Outside Portis. Back to Payton. And stolen by Simmons. All alone, and Simmons slams it in.
How about the activity of Simmons, mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult on the opposition. So good at getting steals.
Now here's Randall. He's got 10. Looking to end the run. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Of course, at times out there, things get a little heated. Some people feel like the whistle's being blown too quickly on some of these technical fouls. What do you think?
I would actually completely disagree, Kevin. I think there are certain players who are given far too much latitude and others for whom the whistle does come too quickly. So I think it would be better and more helpful to the officials, the teams, and also the fans to understand what is and what does cross a line. Because to me, there's no consistency. There's a lot of confusion. And I think it works both ways. Sometimes too long of a leash, sometimes too short.
Excellent appraisal. So it's Philadelphia now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Richardson, good. Richardson's got 4 this quarter.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now here's Gibson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
The 76ers have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. That's good from Scott. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for the Knicks. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Knicks trail by 8. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him.
Inside, Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight. And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Payton. Kicks it to Randall. Over to the left wing. Here's Ntilikina. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Wing shot on the way. No good from Simmons. Knicks trail by 6. Payton kicks to Gibson. Here's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And Embiid throws it down.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage a look as you can really get.
Here's Ntilikina. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Here's Payton after the Sixers pick up 2. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Moutier kicks to Payton. Shoots from the corner. Moutier, no good.
I'm sure if he had the chance to do that possession over again, he would not have taken the shot.
And he gets the bucket.
Boy, you can see when Moutier gets the hot hand, he's going to stay aggressive.
1:49 left in the third. Pass to Richardson. Back to Simmons. It's stolen by Randall. And a fast break now for New York. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and backcourt for the Knicks.
It's been the guards who dominated the ball, but really in a good way, creating opportunities for their teammates, and that's something they'll look to continue here down the stretch.
For New York, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
2 shots.
and they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
First free throw is good.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Marjanovic checked in for Embiid. And he makes both free throws. .135 left to play in the third. And Simmons kicks to Marjanovic. There's the pass to Richardson. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Scott, good.
I'll tell you, you're not going to find a much more confident basketball player. He always believes the points are going to come.
Knicks trail by 8. Outside Gibson. 1:04 left in the third. Robinson down low. Guarded by Marjanovic. And they pick up 2. 14 points for Robinson.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
And Simmons kicks to Marjanovic. To the inside. Passes to Simmons. Over Smith, and it's Simmons penetrating, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Simmons got 8 points in the quarter.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Here's Gibson, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. The 76ers have gone 9 of 13 from the line. That's good from Scott.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
He's off on the second. Knicks trail by 9. Robinson drives in. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
He has certainly done his part this period. Just needs to get a little more help from his teammates.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. With 1 on the clock, and he comes up with the deuce. Harris has got 15.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Oh, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. Right back after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. The 76ers leading by 9. We've got Ben Simmons. Johnson is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Scott, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Amir Johnson, an intense player, someone who hits the glass with absolute ferocity.
Knicks shooting straight 49% from the field. Robinson up top. Dishes to Smith. Off target from three-point range.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he's not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
Here's Harris. Here's Marjanovic. Chalk up 2 there. And the 76ers lead by 13.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you, if you don't box out well, expect to get burned. You can't afford to give them second chance opportunities.
Now here is Smith. Here's Knox. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, he was fired by the Grizzlies 19 games into last season, Doris, but Coach David Fisdale with a fresh start now with the Knicks in New York.
Well, you think about in Memphis, he tried to shift from the grit and grind to a more modern NBA style, and I think he encountered some resistance there. With the Knicks, more of a clean slate, a chance to build the culture from the ground up.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Bobby Portis is checked in for Taj Gibson. And he's good on the second. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Harris wide open. He shoots. His three-pointers off the mark. Knicks trail by 12. Smith the pass to Knox. Tries a 3. Can't hit that one. And the 76ers go the other way with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. That's good from Johnson on the assist from Tobias Harris. That's now 8 points for Johnson. New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Robinson lets it fly. It's hauled in by Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Left side, Scott lets the 3 fly. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Nice shot by Portis.
I'll tell you guys, what a delivery on that lead pass. He puts it right where his teammate can go get it.
Smith against Simmons. Harris outside. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Boy, plenty of time left in the clock. He needs to keep his poise. That's his 4th foul now.
Al Horford is checked in for Philadelphia. Josh Richardson comes in for Mike Scott. And that one drops.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right. The effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Now, here is Robinson. Portis finds Robinson. Back to Portis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Horford. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Embiid, he's checked in for Al Horford.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. The 76ers leading by 16. Here's Richardson. Great D that time from Portis.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Trier passes to Smith. Good.
A physical player. Even when you hit Smith Jr., he doesn't blink. Wills those shots in.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Simmons, and it's good for 2. Simmons got 10 points in just the second half.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Smith kicks to Portis. Back to Smith. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Ben Simmons.
Well, make no mistake, Dennis Smith Jr. is not afraid of a little contact.
And he knocks down the first one. And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
Yeah, I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the vets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
And the 76ers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Simmons against Smith. Simmons inside. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and dones?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
Clock is at 3. Trier. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
If they think they can give him that shot and get away with it, think again, gentlemen.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Baseline try. No good from Simmons. Knicks trail by 14. To the middle. Embiid with the steal. Stolen by Robinson. Trier passes to Smith. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And so assured. He can't give an inch of breathing room to Smith Jr. That's when he strikes.
With the teardrop, Robinson with the block. And now the Knicks on the break. Pass to Trier. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. Back to Richardson. Harris finds Embiid. Rocket 6. Now here's Richardson. And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's Trier. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 4 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Portis. Smith the pass to Trier. Inside. Here's Robinson. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
They'd be in a much deeper hole without his contributions, no doubt about it.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
And I think, Greg, he just has to get them on the same page. With this kind of lax defensive effort, something has got to change.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
It's a take-charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
These fans love him, and tonight he's given them plenty to cheer about. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Evan?
Now, here is Smith. Pass to Robinson. Randall left side. Smith outside. Back to Randall. It's tipped and stolen by Harris. Outside, Simmons. It's stolen by Smith. The dish to Randall. Out to Smith. Takes a three. And again, New York with the triple.
An average shooter from deep. It's clear Smith Jr. has the touch and focus. Just needs to be more consistent.
Now, here's Richardson. Shoots a fader. Poked away.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. 17 points was their biggest margin. He kicks it to Richardson. And there's the pass to Embiid. Here's Simmons. Back to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Just 5 to shoot. A three from Simmons. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Trier. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, I think he was forcing too many shots in the first half. Now the game's coming to him.
Now here's Simmons. Here's Embiid. Bucket is good. Embiid's got 19 points.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
I'll tell you, he's relentless right now. He's going straight at the defense and knocking down a lot of shots in this quarter.
Smith against Simmons. Smith dishes to Robinson. In, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor and looking for more.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Now here's Simmons over Smith, and that one off the back of the rim and in. And now it's 27 points for Ben Simmons. Smith on the wing, guarded by Simmons. Robinson kicks to Smith. Passes it to Trier. Here's Knox, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
Man, this has been fun. I mean, we got two teams dueling down the stretch.
Boy, does it feel to you, Greg, like every single shot is going through the bucket? That's how lethal both of these teams have been late in this one.
And the 76ers call time here.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Here's Harris. Knicks with the rebound. Knox has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball. All the officials are all over that one.
Shooting 2.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. That one drops. He ties it up. Philadelphia's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Robinson against Embiid. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Back to Embiid. 5 to shoot. Here's Richardson. It's deflected. Here's Knox. And they take the lead. Knox has got 6 in the quarter.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
To the paint and stolen by Richardson. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Embiid trying to break loose. Harris, good. Harris has got 22 points. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Smith against Simmons. To the middle and taken away by Johnson. Here's Embiid. Robinson with the block. And he's able to get it back. Inside, Randall. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 6 assists here tonight.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
They've got to be willing to step up. And when it's this close, you just can't let them get easy buckets. Make them feel you a bit.
Here's Embiid. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. .102 left here in the fourth quarter. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
Yeah, you go for the steal, but at least you do get the deflection.
Well, Greg, you make them reset their offense, right? It's disrupting their rhythm.
6 to shoot. Simmons finds Embiid over Robinson. Again, Embiid missing. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for New York. The lead is 2. Robinson misses.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
What a shot. He had no fear. I love it.
Smith against Simmons. Robinson passes to Trier. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And the shot no good. A bit short. Timeout called the 76ers. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
Simmons against Smith. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. That will count. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Trier out there with Smith. Then it's Robinson, then it's Randall, and it's Knox in at the 3 slot. Trier passes to Randall. Knocks it loose. Embiid with the steal. 4-on-3 break. Here's Harris. Again with the block.
And swatting shots away with ferocity.
GA, he is not messing around in this one. Trier, that's good.
How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
The 76ers trail. And here's Richardson. Here's Simmons. And that one, good. Simmons got 29 in the game.
And Simmons is a purebred scorer, a dominant offensive talent who can score in so many ways.
Kicks to Robinson. Pass to Smith. Over Harris. Some solid defense from Harris. Philadelphia has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. It's tipped and stolen by Simmons. And now the 76ers on the break. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. On the wing, Harris. Pass to Richardson. 4 on the shot clock. Simmons inside the line. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Boy, they leave an area of the floor totally unprotected, and he lets it go to waste.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
Well, he just works so diligently inside, and the numbers back that up.
The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia. And it's Simmons penetrating. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And the basket by Knox.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The 76ers trail by 4. Richardson with it. There's the pass to Simmons. Randall grabs the board. Here's Trier. Richardson covering. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 22 points.
He's got such soft touch around the rim. The D has to try to keep him out of the paint, because if he gets close, it's lights out.
And the 76ers call time here. It's overtime basketball, folks, if you're just tuning in. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Goes up the baseline. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Simmons.
Love how Simmons commands the ball, especially in the big moments.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. The Knicks leading by 4. Trier passes to Knox. He kicks it to Smith. Randall surveying the D. Shoots the 3. Smith's shot is good.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Well, credit the shooter. It's just great work carving just enough space to get that three off in time.
Here's Embiid. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. To the paint. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And a wide open look for Simmons on the money with the open jumper. Simmons got 6 in the quarter.
And he can be devastating with that little hook shot of his.
The Knicks have gotten things started superbly in overtime, hitting 5 of the first 7 shots. To the wing on the left. Here's Trier. A beautiful reverse layup. Trier's got 21.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Looking at the clock, just over 3.5 minutes into OT. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Now, here is Smith. Here's Randall. Johnson with the block.
Wow, how about Johnson using his length, an absolute pest on the defensive end.
Five on the clock, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Four on the clock. Smith.
Well, that's a committed defensive effort by Amir Johnson. This guy's got great mobility. He seems to be everywhere.
Got a hand on it, but he stays with it. Kept alive. Here's Embiid. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Oh, he sure is. I mean, these past 2 games, his energy level has been sensational. Whether it's a putback like that or other hustle plays, he's been everywhere.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
And you know, known for that rim-rocking dunking ability, Smith Jr., though, a special talent. This is a guy who wants to keep getting better over time.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Never a doubt on those free throws, and their lead is even more secure.
Simmons against Smith. To the middle. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. Timeout called the 76ers. They're down by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in overtime. New York on D. 6-point game. Simmons against Smith. 6 on the shot clock. No good from Simmons. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's McConnell. Here's Ennis. No good on the three.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They'd used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so it's the Knicks with the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfert, what was the biggest adjustment you made tonight to come back and win?
We turned it up on D. We got back to doing what we do and attacking the rim on the other end.
It all came together for a win, Elfert. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.